Hey, what is up, pals and gals of the YouTube universe? It's everybody's favorite figure collecting Lobo here. So welcome you back, yes back, to another awesome episode of Figure Friday. Oh, you know, it's that according to the code of Wakanda, it's that special time of the week, ladies and gentlemen, where we basically nerd out about all things figure, Funko, and merchandise memorabilia related to all kinds, shapes, colors, and sizes. You better believe it. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I just feel like the Macho Man should be remembered once again. But, yes, as you know, it's our special time of the week. We're going to spend some quality time together and basically nerd out about all things figure, Funko, merchandise, memorabilia related to all kinds, shapes, colors, and sizes. You better believe anything of that sort you're going to find right here on this channel, folks. Now, before we get started, I just want to take a minute, because I have heard recently that the cases of COVID are once again on the rise. So, yes, that would be me. KP, what's up, man? How you doing? Yes. Again, the cases of COVID are starting to get on the rise again, folks, and people are still getting sick. That includes not only adults but children as well. So please, please remember the safety tips, folks. 6 feet apart. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. If you can't wash your hands, carry some sanitizer with you. It's just the next best thing. So please help yourselves to help the world. Okay. But yes, if you haven't already, by the way, please do your boy a favor. Go grab something to eat, something to drink, a snack if you want to, because as you guys know, I want you guys to feel as at ease as possible and relaxed. So please go ahead and go help yourselves, and I'll be here waiting. No need to worry about me, folks. My drink is right here. My apologies. Oh yeah, Ken. I don't know if you're still here, but I overheard one of our guys who took a trip to Carlsbad today said they met up with you today and saying that you're working over there. That's good for you, man. Heck, that's good. Just this real quick. Heck, I hope you're enjoying the new job, man. Oh. I gotta say, work was definitely stressful today, but I'm happy that I'm home now. And guess what, folks? It's Friday night, and I'm feeling all right. And I hope that you guys are feeling all right too. Very excited about today's episode. Very excited. Very excited. Very excited. Get a swig here. Thanks. Oh, it's no problem, man. No problem. I mean, it's not like we, miss you back in Hobbs, but I mean, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. We have hit the 30-minute mark, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I want to say hello and welcome back for those just joining us this evening, or if you're watching this as a highlight, welcome. So for tonight's figure showcase, it's gonna feature two new figures, two worlds colliding, and of course, two of them are underrated characters that I personally did not even know. Like, well, I knew one of them because I played with him in a game, but the other one, to be honest, I didn't even know the other person existed. But that's beside the point. As I said, two figures. One of them is a certified super genius, and the other is basically a master sorcerer and an agent of the order. Now, there's a reason I say that. But before the holiest moments, folks, I want you guys to just kick your feet up, take a deep breath, and just fall out and be as at ease as possible, because as you know, which is you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So, why don't we just get into the nitty gritty, huh? So, first up, I thought that we could go ahead and introduce that super genius that I was talking about. This particular super genius made her debut in the Invincible Iron Man Volume 2, issue number 9, back in 2016 of, I believe it was May, if I remember right. Now, as I said, this is the first time for her being on this channel. So please, ladies and gents, let's make her feel welcome, just like we've done over the past couple of years now. Wait. Okay, yeah, just want to make sure. Okay. So, please, ladies and gents, please give a big wait a minute. Okay, notification. There's a alert. Sorry, Amber Alert. Give a big Wolfpack welcome to Miss Riri Williams, aka Ironheart. That's right, folks. The super grad from MIT has joined up with the team, and I'm extra happy to have her here because, as I said, this is the first time for her and the first time for me because I have, again, I haven't really heard of this character so much, but I knew that she was in the MCU, and to be honest, she was very, very interesting to read up on. And again, she's just looking awesome, really. So, and this is the Marvel Legend series of the Riri Williams gal. So let me just get her out of there. Sorry for the noise, folks. I apologize. She does come with a plethora of accessories, which is very cool. Okay, guys, look at her. There she is. Check her out. Check her out. If the camera will focus, there we go. Check her out, folks. Check her out. Now, I know what you're thinking. But isn't this Iron Man's armor? Well, there is actually a very, very entertaining and interesting story behind that. So please, being that I said this is her first time, she reminded me not to forget her story. So please, just gather around, folks. Gather around because, as you know, it is story time. Because we're going to be delving back into this history, folks. So, Miss Riri Williams here, she's actually only 15 years old. She's a 15-year-old engineering student and the daughter of the late Riri Williams Sr. Now, I didn't get a chance to read up on that character very much, but I do know that that was one of her parents, and that was her father, actually. I'm sorry. And following her father's death, she actually lived with her mother, Ronnie, and her maternal aunt, Sharon, in Chicago. And like I said, she is a certified super genius who attends the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, basically, for those who aren't very good with acronyms like me. But, she honestly, she was there on scholarship, but that all changed one fateful day. And let me tell you guys, this was a this is where it gets interesting. While working alone, Riri was actually designing a suit. Now, she was designing a suit of armor similar to the Iron Man armor using materials that were actually stolen from the campus of which she was on. Now, funny enough is when campus security was actually trying to sort of pin her down because he knew that she was up to no good. She would basically fly away while wearing said armor, which always managed to give him the slip and just made it into probably the funniest scene, honestly, because scratching his head wondering why it smells like smoke in there, But veering off point here, folks, my fault. One night when Williams was actually on, while she was actually flying out in the suit, she actually prevented two inmates from escaping the New Mexico State Penitentiary. Shout out to New Mexico. This is for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, her unfortunately after that, her suit was actually damaged. But upon returning to her mother's house, that didn't stop her from continuing to work and improve on said armor, much to the dismay of her aunt. Now, I know it may seem like a very bad story, but there is a silver lining to it. Because one day she was actually visited by Tony Stark, who had heard of all of her accomplishments, and not to mention the time that she had put in to put those two inmates back in prison. It's just even though he went to meet her, however, during the meeting, Stark actually made the decision that he would endorse her decision to become a superheroine, and thus Ironheart was born. She does many great things for humane societies and all that stuff, Now, before we get into the fun facts, folks, I would very much like to explore some of her accessories here, which are very cool looking. Now, like the Marvel Legends series, they all come with one interchangeable head. Some do, some don't, But this one does. This is what she's looked like without her helmet, If the camera will focus. Come on. Let me get a little closer, maybe. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, folks, I'm liking the color scheme on it. I'm loving the little curly hair. I love how it kind of comes down just a little bit. Kind of like a curl, kind of like a curl. Really, and of course, like the Iron Man armor that she's rocking, she does come with the repulsor blast rays. That's are very cool, very powerful. One of the more noticeable things about Iron Man, she comes with two interchangeable hands. Now, like the Marvel Legends series figures, they always come with a piece, like an individual piece to build another major figure. And in this instance, it's one called Ursa Major. Now, it's nothing against Ursa Major. I'm sure he's an excellent MCU character. It's just not really interesting to me, but that's beside the point. He might interest somebody else. I'm not hating. I'm not debating, really. But oh yes, some fun facts that I found out about her earlier today. Did you guys know that the materials that were used in building her I'm sorry, I need a drink. Did you guys know? Did you guys know that the materials that she used to build her armor were actually pieces of the Iron Man model number 41 armor that she actually managed to reverse engineer? Now, what makes those pieces so special is the fact that they were made for deep space voyages, or just to go outside the Earth's atmosphere, to get up there, basically where the stars and planets are. That makes it very cool, honestly. Um, Probably a little cool little tidbit is the fact that she was actually queen of the country of Latveria for a short period of time. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Latveria was home to one of the MCU's most dangerous villains, Doctor Doom. That was his homework. That's home city. Home city. My apologies, folks. And probably the coolest little tidbit that I found out is the fact that the in real life Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., actually endorses the idea of Ironheart being introduced into the MCU. So that basically tells you that Iron Man himself wants to bring Ironheart to life. And thus, I have actually been researching it, and the Ironheart TV series is being underway. It's under production, and I'm very happy, and I look forward to seeing it. Very excited. Very excited. Phew. So, I'm going to go ahead and get me one more swiggity swig. I want to make sure you guys are staying safe and awesome, and then we'll move on, huh? Oh, another thing. Again, the music you guys are hearing, I own no rights to it. All of the beats, all of the images used, the tunes, all of that. I own none of that, folks. That goes to the respected artists. In this case, in this instance, it's the Gorillas, which another favorite band of mine. Very cool, very good music. I mean, just listen to them. See, to me, that's just good music to vibe to. Honestly, like I know that some folks are different in many ways, but to me, I just always felt like I felt a good vibe when it comes to that music, But that's just me, folks. That's just me. So, why don't we just move on? Huh? Next up, we're going to be heading into a completely different universe, mainly full of another. Well, actually, this is kind of the same universe, but just in a different world. Because this universe is also full of heroes, villains, and magicians. As I would like to bring out my second guest of tonight, who wait. Let me just make sure this. Okay, the ad. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, folks. Where was it? Ah, yes. The second guest that I'm bringing up tonight made his debut in the comic series known as More Fun Comics, issue number 55, back in May of 1940. Now, in my book, to me, it's just he's a very underrated character. Mainly, I say that because most folks don't ever talk about this character. You'll always find them talking about like the major superheroes that everybody sees to this day. And just to me, I feel like this guy deserves more credit because he's a very strong hero. Now, The first time that I found out this character existed was actually in the Injustice video game, and I did fight with him a lot. Very interesting character, very interesting backstory. But it's true that Doctor Stephen Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU. However, this particular Doctor is the Sorcerer Supreme of the DC universe. So, ladies and gents, please give a big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Kent Nelson, aka Dr. Fate. That's right, folks. The apprentice of Naboo has stepped into this team's domain, and he'll be watching over us this fine evening. And as I said, this is a very underrated character in my book. No one ever talks about how powerful he is. So we're going to give him his limelight tonight. And again, I thought ahead on both figures, and I cut the devil's tape, and I also cut the devil's restraints. So this way, we'll be ready. Come on out. Come on out. Fly on out of there. Fly on out of there. Now, this is of the McFarlane family, which I'm very happy for. And again, this is the Injustice 2 version of Dr. Fate. As I said, I did fight with him a lot in the Injustice video game, but I would very much like to share him with you guys now. As you can see, rocking this beautiful gold armor, and of course, the helmet of fate, as it's called. And there's a very, very good backstory, and I'd very much like to share it with you guys tonight. Now, being that this is his first time here, after consulting with Naboo, he has allowed me to tell his tale. So please listen and listen well, fellow Wolfpack. So, I'm sorry, I keep bumping into the bed. Let me back up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, Mr. Nelson here. I'm sorry. It also comes with a little collectible trading card. Let me just get that. Yeah. Come on. Yes. That's one thing I always respect about the McFarlane family. They always include that extra little thing. They always go the extra mile. And of course, he does come with a little character stand, you know. But yeah. Before I reveal the card and everything else, it's backstory time, folks. Now, as I said, Mr. Nelson here, he was born in 1928 to Celestine Babcock Nelson, who was a spiritualist, and Sven Nelson, who was an archaeologist at the time. But sometime after his birth, his mother actually died of unknown causes, unfortunately. So he was left with his father. And as the years progressed, he became just like him. You know, he was a great man, very knowledgeable, an expert in the fields of archaeology and, of course, medical science, you know. But one fateful day, that all changed. I know I say that too much, but I mean, I can't help it, honestly, you know. Now, this is actually going to take us into the world of Mesopotamia. I'm sorry, the city of Mesopotamia, because while on a dig in Mesopotamia with his father, Sven, the father, actually unwittingly awoke Naboo the Wise from a suspended animation when he uncovered his sarcophagus. Now, since he did that, he actually released a poisonous gas that actually ended up killing Kent's father, but it left Kent unharmed. Like, really, it didn't even touch him. It didn't kill him or do nothing. Now, being that Naboo was all-knowing, he actually took pity on Kent to the point where he sort of kind of did him a favor and erased his memory of his father. And during the time, he actually raised Kent as his own apprentice. He trained him in the ways of the mystical and magical arts, and of course, thus making him become Dr. Fate, the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. Little signs of his, you know. But cool. I did find out some very fun facts about him. Honestly, I had to dig deep on these things because there was actually so many cool and interesting facts. But I wanted to keep it subtle, you know. But before I do that, we're gonna look at the trick. I said, look at the trick. Ooh. Ah, yes. But I'll reveal the card. Bam! Look at that. If it zooms and focuses, there we go. I love the color and the texture on it, like really. But Why don't we read the back of the card, huh? Powerful sorcerer Kent Nelson wears the helm of fate and sees the fate of all mankind. For better or for worse, he knows the world will end either by Brainiac's hand or in the war between Batman and Superman. And through the helm, compels Kent to preserve this grim fate for the sake of order. For the sake of order, Kent's humanity compels him to intervene on behalf of his heroic friends and risk unforeseeable consequences. Now, as I said, this is the Injustice 2 version of him. If you guys need more information on that little backstory or tidbit, feel free to check out the videos on YouTube and follow all that stuff, because that's all the information you guys are going to need. And as I said, some very cool, interesting facts about him. Did you guys know that he was a founding member of the JSA? Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the JSA was actually the first, basically like the first Justice League, except it was called the Justice Society of America because it came before the Justice League. Now, don't get me wrong, Dr. Fate, he did join the Justice League, and he became another founding member, but he was in league with other heroes like him, because there was like the first Flash, I think it was, what was his name? For the life of me. No. It wasn't Barry Allen. If I remember right, there was another one that he was running with, but I can't remember the name. Oh my goodness. He wore the little tin army hat with the lightning bolts on it. It'll come to me. I guarantee it'll come to me, and I guarantee it. I guarantee you. But also some very cool things about him is that he's actually able to manipulate time and space, but only to some extent. Because he can only do so much. Because even though he's the Sorcerer Supreme, he can only do so much because the human part of him actually compels him to keep it the way it is. Now, this is probably the coolest little fact that I found out about him. Did you guys know that Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange actually joined forces in a one-time crossover event? Now, what makes it so interesting is the fact that the two doctors actually ended up joining as one force, right? Thus calling themselves Doctor Strange Fate. Now, if you're going to get a guy like Doctor Strange Fate on your team, you're pretty much guaranteed a W, you know what I mean? Because that's a pair of Sorcerer Supremes who can pretty much do anything. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're going to have a pair of sorcerers on your team, you better make sure that you get Doctor Strange Fate. That way you're pretty much guaranteed a victory dance, And dang, I'm very, very happy to have them on the squad. Both of them, both Riri and Dr. Fate. But with that being said, folks, I am going to go ahead and end this one right here. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out to see me tonight. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate each and every single one of you for your continued support. I am going to continue going on as long as I can with you guys at my back, And and also from here, I am going to be heading over to Twitch to broadcast some gameplay. You guys are more than welcome to drop by on that. Be safe. You too, Kenny P. I appreciate you for stopping by, man. And until next time, guys, feel free to hit the follow button when it is posted here. Feel free to sample either this video or this video when they do appear. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves, be zen, and please wear your masks, okay? And wash your hands. Peace.